Taking this head apart, this is the one where the valve goes in. So what you got here, you've got a guard that goes over top of this. With this guard here, they just bolt together like so. And then your handle goes through here. This handle here is what sits through the inside there. And there's a collet inside this shaft right here. That's what your valve sits in. We'll be replacing that, not today because I haven't ordered it yet. I'm just doing a preliminary on this thing. So taking it apart, you've got this piece here, which sits over top of this. It's got a carbon seal in it, very old broken carbon seal that came off. And then there's a little spring in there, a little wavy spring that goes in. And this just sits on top of this thing. Well, it doesn't sit, it's kind of pressed on there. It's got four set screws on it that actually, once you get it on there in place, you tighten the set screws. So I don't know that I'll be getting a new carbon seal to go back in here. I mean, it's carbon seal. It's just a piece of carbon. It's really all it is. I guess if there's one available, I might get one, but we'll see. Definitely going to have to, I'm going to have to take this thing all the way apart to run the cord through it because there's no way to fish the cord through the motor here. You can see you got a drive belt right here. It's a little V belt, and it looks like it's more than likely original. I will be getting one replaced. I looked them up last night. They still make them. Only like $4 and something cents. So we're going to have to pull this thing apart, get the V belt off, and then we'll pull the guts out of pull the armature out, and check the field coils, check the armature too. See how it's scored up. I can see down in there from the bottom side here that there's a little plate that goes right here that you can see the armature in there. See if I can zoom in on this thing here. I didn't bring my light out here with me, but that's the armature right here. And then the brushes, it's got two brush retainers. There's one here and one on the other side. And the brushes are available too from several different sources. I don't know if we need them, but they're available if we do. Won't be able to tell until I actually take them out. So let's see how we get this V belt off of here. Just comes out with a screw here is what it looks like. The screw was actually loose. The screw right here, and it's left-handed screw. And there we go. Oh yeah, that thing looks great, doesn't it? Yeah, so we're definitely going to be needing a new belt for this thing. And I guess you had to, you could match it up with something. But you just need the measurement, the width, and how long it is. But luckily, they are available from what looks like a couple of different sources. Yep, there's another carbon seal right there. And spindle actually looks pretty good. It's good and tight in there. It's not wobbling around. Doesn't have any play to it at all. Let's see if we can get this armature housing off of here. Ooh, it's full of oil in there. I guess I did oil it up pretty good for the drip hole right here. Oil fill hole. Hey, buddy. Hey. Don't get in this. Okay. Let me see if I can get these screws out of here. I'm going to have to get the impact to get these out. All right, let's see if we can get these things loose now. Got one. Yeah, I don't think those have been out of there since probably 1947 or whenever this thing was made. More than likely. So we'll be replacing those too, because I know I messed up 2 of the heads on them, at least 2. There's only 3 in there. Let's see if we can get this end plate off of here. Oh, yeah. Came right off. Armature is going to need a good cleaning on the commutator strips there. It's not worn though. Very little. Just a little discolored, but we don't care about that. So we'll have to take some Scotch-Brite to it, clean it up. But all in all, it looks pretty good for a 75-year-old armature. Field coils are still intact. Let's see if I can get these brushes out of here. Actually, brushes look pretty good on there. This cap on this one's messed up. So, I mean, it's like broken. It's coming out in pieces. One side came out anyway. I'm going to have to get it out of there. I'll probably have to drill it off. It's like Bakelite plastic, probably originally. Not probably, it is, was. But the ones I saw came with those anyway, so. That's too bad. Probably could have reused those brushes there. So that's our brushes there. They actually look fairly decent. They're still long. The one cap, this cap came out. The other one's broke off when I went to take it out, so no biggie there. Probably replace those just as a precaution. But field coils look pretty good. They're not all screwed up. And like I said, I did see the thing working, so at one time, so that's a plus. I think it was mainly in the wiring there because this, well, you can see that. You can see the state of that wiring there. It's pretty ugly looking. Not pretty, it is. It's nasty. So I just have to pull the rest of it apart, but got the valve side out, which I had to take apart anyway to be able to fish the wiring through the housing there. Because it was pretty much fried in there. Not pretty much, it was fried. You can see it there. That's, maybe you can see it if I zoom out a little bit. That's original cloth covered wiring. It's just coming apart in chunks, and it looked like somebody had tried to repair this thing at one time. But Didn't do a very good job. It was arcing like right in here where actually the wires are bare right there because the insulation came off of them. You can see that insulation's off of them wires right there. So no wonder it was arcing pretty good, smoking like crazy. Insulation's just flaking off of that stuff. 75-year-old insulation. I mean, look at it. You can hear it coming off there. Just break it apart with your thumb there. So yeah, we'll be replacing all that. Let me see if I can get these field coils out of here too. Looks like they bolt in this way instead of bolting to the frame there. That one wasn't even tight really. Just a little bit. And I'm just going to cut these right here because I'm going to have to fish them through the other way. Looks good, huh? Okay, let's see if we can't get this little holder out of here. Yep. It sounds pretty crunchy in there. You know, it'd be nice to have if I could find one that wasn't outrageously priced was a growler for testing armatures. Used to have one years ago. Shop I worked at had one. And it's a nice little thing. If you're doing something you need to test an armature on. You know what's holding me up here. I don't want to mess these field coils up. There we go. Got it out of there now. We're going to have to do some rewiring on them field coils, that's for sure. There's, they're all tore up there too. As far as the internal wiring go to the field coils. So we're definitely going to have to rewire that stuff there. It's about the same condition as everything else there. It's all coming apart. You see those there. They're about the same condition as the other ones. The insulation's breaking off of it. Not breaking off, it's well, yeah, it's breaking off there. It's gone for the most part. So we'll be soldering some new wires on here, one of the field coils down here where they go on each side. And I think that's enough for today. I got other stuff to do now. So you guys have a fine weekend and get out and do something. I think we're supposed to go to town later on. And I'll go ahead and order up some parts for this thing. Well, I'm not ordering anything until I start messing with the rest of it. I still got to pull the pump off there, check the pump, and I know that the driver for the actual grinder head works on this side over here. Right over here, this works. But like I said, this cord's ate up as well, which, you know, I think we looked at the date on this. It's 1947 or 1948 is what we came up with. So, yeah. Wiring, kind of important. But, you know, stuff does fall apart eventually, but it is repairable. And from what I saw, the parts are fairly cheap for this thing. Some of them. The collet. Well, I'm sure you can get the collet, but Goodson has a new collet system that goes in here, which your collet, I haven't taken it out of here yet. I haven't even tried to take it out. That's the collet right there, and it just collapses down on the valve when you tighten this up here. Kind of sits down in there and it tightens it up. Close it. But guys, take care. Let's go eat some breakfast now. Everybody have a damn fine weekend. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Everybody take care.